7 Central. Let's see what happens.
It's time for Dents and Dreams, a paintless dent repair podcast focusing on how you can use the fruits of this wonderful trade we call PDR to achieve your wildest dreams. I'm John Bideen, your friendly neighborhood dent reaper and host of Dents and Dreams. Now, let's get started.
Let's get started indeed. Different start to the show today. PDR lost another one of our forefathers.
True icon, legend of the industry.
Yeah, Lido, Natalio Valderrama, passed away last week. And yeah, it's tough spot for the industry. I mean, obviously, I don't know where the industry would even be without him. It certainly wouldn't exist in its current form. And yeah, I mean, obviously, he started Dent Wizard, and the branches of his tree reach far and wide and deep. And yeah, we're all better for the career he put together and all the stuff he did for us. So much love to Jonathan, his son, and all their family. I know Jonathan, that's why I say him by name. But
prayers to all the family, and
yeah,
going through a tough time.
Love and light and prayers to all the Balderramas and all the PDR technicians.
All the people that were trained by him that were close to him.
Yeah,
you got Rick Hummert, Tom Price. I know that's just a couple of them that I know of offhand that they were very close to him. So prayers to them too. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I know Recon Rally has a link to a donation for Lido's funeral. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description. If you can help them reach their goal, yeah, that would be appropriate. Give him the send off he deserves. And yeah, so.
And the great thing about our community is everybody usually jumps in when. Yeah,
true. And
help or anything.
I didn't check it today, but yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't reach their goal. Yeah, the PDR community has always stepped up, so it's an amazing thing. But yeah, so prayers to the Balderramas, and yeah, obviously, man, what a tough year. First Kevin Hellwood, now Lido, man. Anyway, we are gonna keep pushing. That's what we got to do, Cliff. Well, we got to keep pushing.
They laid the groundwork to keep going. Got to keep on keeping on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, and yeah, in that fashion, we got two guys that have kind of, would you say, burst onto the scene. They've been coming hard and heavy. They've got a lot of really, really good content. I'm sure you've seen them on Facebook and or YouTube, but none other than Stefan Esche and Nick Priest. You Break, I Fix, or Collision Tech Nick might be the way you know these guys, but they're here with us today. So, Stefan, Nick, how you guys doing? Well, you're muted. I can't hear anything.
Sorry about that.
There you go.
Great. It's just, excited to be here. At least I know I am. It's an honor to be on Dents and Dreams. Watch
the honor
this.
Is ours.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's our pleasure to have you on here, and yeah, I got the pleasure to meet both of you finally in person at MTE, and always good to see you. But yeah, your content, you guys. I mean, I don't know how you crank it out, but you do a great job with it, the both of you. And
Thank
it's
you.
really cool. It's really cool for me to see, because Clif was a body guy for 20 plus years prior to getting into paintless dent repair. But it's cool for me to see the body shop side of it, and then kind of watching as you guys have like moved your way into more and more paintless dent repair techniques.
Tailored the PDR side into the bigger collision, and the way you guys are doing it is awesome.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, it's the same for me too. You know, seeing the paintless dent repair side of the world, you know, that I never got to see. So it's really good. I like it.
Yeah.
No,
Well, that's awesome.
It's pretty amazing what social media can do. I mean, I've learned more on TikTok than I have, you know, I think I probably did in trade school, you know, which I spent 15 months in trade school. So it is pretty amazing. I mean, I didn't plan to go out and educate everybody all about auto body, but I mean, the channel took off on me, and people really seem to enjoy learning about what it is that we do in the collision industry, which, you know, great. I'm glad to teach. Absolutely.
And I think it's badass because, you know, coming from that background and seeing you guys doing it the way you're doing it, I think it's so cool to see you guys doing the stuff the way you're doing it and incorporating PDR and doing all that. And, well, like you were saying, hybrid, you know, repairs where you're incorporating both of them. And, you know, the body shops need to see that.
I agree. I
mean,
mean,
absolutely.
This is a new thing, hybrid techs. I mean, that's kind of the phrase. I'm not coining it, but I'm gonna promote it because I mean, what better way to improve the quality of a body repair than to implement PDR techniques into the repair? I mean, there's no better quality method, and we all know that paintless dent repair isn't always an option. You know, a lot of things come to me with cracked paint, you know, scratches down a metal, but that doesn't mean that we can't use these techniques to repair the metal in a way that's just on another level. You know, I mean, we're not welding anything to the panel anymore, or if we are, a lot less than before. You know, so I mean, it's looking at older videos, you could see me clearing off areas of metal that are just massive, you know, massive areas of metal, you know, for a dent this big, you know, it's because I like to clean area. Not anymore, you know, so it's pretty amazing. I learned a lot from his videos. Your glue pulling, I mean, that Camry video just threw me away, and the grid.
Yeah, well, speaking of my social medias, my Instagram just turned 1 year old, and I started first on TikTok, and it's just about 1.5 years old now, and my Facebook page is maybe 6 months old. So, you know, trying to compile all that and, you know, edit videos and learn all that, that's been a challenge all on its own. But yeah, I like to get out there and see what I can do with some of this stuff. You know, you see all these new cool products coming out, and I want to try them. You know, I want to get them and see what we can do with them, what you can actually, you know, break with this stuff. So I'm ready.
Hey, you try to break it, you'll break it. You'll break it.
Yeah.
Let's give a little few shout outs here. I was ignoring the comments here, but we got Jeff Hughes in the house.
What's up, Jeff?
My closest follower. Andy Patrick says,
What's up, Andy?
The industry leader himself is watching. Golden Mike winner, industry
we got
leaders.
industry leaders in here. We got Ryan Shutt saying what up.
There.
Golden Mike. Hey, and shout out to Shutty too, man. I hope that bridge situation isn't messing up your business too much.
Just a tragedy for the city of Baltimore.
Well, yeah. Well, and it's gonna have supposedly a lot of effects on the.
I think we're all going to be feeling that one.
Yeah. Supply chain is
yeah.
the word I was looking for. And we got Gregory.
Gregory.
What's up, Greg?
Yeah. Andy's sending prayers out to the family of the Balderramas as well. So, yeah. Oh, there's one other thing Andy said that I feel like we should just throwing it out there, Nick.
Put it
He's
all
still
out
trying
there.
to hire you.
No,
Since we're
That's
talking,
funny. That's funny. Andy's not too shy to post that comment either. We were talking about Nick was saying he had to use an alternate camera. So just you know,
yeah,
technical difficulties.
We'll work it out.
I got a charge camera.
Bucknell
we got
in the
Jack
house.
Bucknell.
Can I get a Jack Bucknell? Woo!
It's all you.
Yeah. James Bernard, what up, James? Yeah. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Questions for these guys? Feel free to post them in here, and we will see what's up. Oh, Jeff also said he couldn't get the video to play on Facebook. I actually have it up so I can see who my Facebook users are. Speaking of which, here's Christopher Allen says, "Hey."
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, man, he's killing it right now with the hail. He's got great crew in there with the Beezus and Jeff McCann and or McMahon. Sorry, Jeff, I was screwed that up. Anyway,
Lieutenant
Dan. I think he was Forrest actually.
Yeah, he was.
Same difference. He was part of the team.
Yeah, but so for guys that don't know who you guys are, like Stefan. Maybe we'll just start with you. Like, how long have you been doing body work? And then I want to know, how long have you been doing body work? And then how did you come to the realization that maybe you want to do more PDR techniques and get yourself into that?
Yeah, sure.
Side of it.
I'm a 16-year tech. I started because I was actually working in education as a paraprofessional, and I kept passing these trade school posters. And I'm like, that looks cool. That looks cool. And then I'm like, I gave him a call one day, got into auto body. But when it comes to PDR, I actually was trying to get into it about 10 years ago. And I went to the PDR tech that we had, our Dent Wizard guy that came to our shop, and he gave me the advice of, if you don't like being cold, don't be a PDR tech. That's literally what he said. And honestly, I hate being cold. So instantly, well, okay, I'm not doing that, so I just flipped,
That's why I live in North Dakota. I hate the cold.
Yeah, up here in Minnesota, you don't know. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but come spend a week with me on the lot at 20 degrees.
I'm in Connecticut. It's not that cold, not that warm here either, but I have it a little better than you guys. I will say that. But then, my life changed again.
I don't work outside, not to interrupt you, but I don't work outside unless I'm working with John. He's the asshole that makes me work with him outside, and I hate it.
You get the torches going. So maybe it's almost 2 years ago now. It was, I'd say it was fall, so maybe a year and a half ago. Convinced the boss to buy a Kiko kit. And I told him, I said, that Kiko kit is useless without training. I said, I need to know how to get this glue to stick. So you need to get the training. In pops Gene Fetty for a whole day of glue pull training. Changed my life.
Himself.
Changed my life. Just totally changed. And at this point, I have no interest in going to PDR, but being able to use glue to pull out major damage, being able to save panels that were being written to be replaced, you know, and reduce it to a filler area, you know, like that. It was amazing to me. And man, I wish I knew what really convinced me to say, screw it, I'm learning PDR.
You don't have the straw that broke the camel's back moment, but it was just, I mean, were you just following guys on social media, or you just,
I mean, I was
seeing
following you
different
guys.
guys in your shop, or?
No, it's really just, I think just, I decided that, I mean, I was at a point where I felt like Collision was losing its challenge. I wouldn't call it boring. I went to work every day and the time went by, but it became the same grind every day, and take it apart, grind it, fix the metal, fill it, send it to paint, put it together. It's just, and everything just was the same. It was the same. So starting to glue pulling brought my interest back, and I realized that it was the learning and the challenge that was getting my interest. And that's what had held my interest with auto body for so long. So I said, well, what's my next challenge? Paintless dent repair. I got a set of tools lying in the corner of the shop from somebody who went to Ding King and then gave up. You know, there's a whole set of tools and a light, a Stucky light right there. So I'm gonna take that hood home, and I'm gonna take those tools, and I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos, and I'm gonna push dents out. The rest is history. It's just repetition. Realworldpdr.com, some in-person training with David White. I'm sold. I'm a PDR tech now. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So, who were you watching on YouTube to start? Was it Jim Mitchell in Real World, or Dent Trainer in Toledo, or?
I watched a lot of Toledo. I mean, really, it was a lot of Jim Mitchell, because when you go to these PDR Facebook groups and you ask, how did you get trained? You're going to get half the responses say Real World PDR every time.
Oh, and I think it's getting to be more and more Real World PDR as it goes. And there's nothing against, you know, Dent Trainer is awesome too.
Yeah.
And he was the innovator of it. But yes, you're seeing so many more Real World posts on there when you have people asking that same question.
Yep. No, and you know, it was really nice for him to have that introductory course where you don't have to sign up for a subscription, because, you know, at this point I don't know if I want to do it. You know, I'm like, do I really want to spend my own money for training on cars? I've never done that before. You know, so $55 watching the 101, and then I can push out little dents and they're gone. Holy shit, I gotta sign up for the rest of his course, you know. So it was.
Don Vidic has some really good ones on YouTube for free too to watch. He's good, and he's very detailed. He has some really good videos and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
the beginner side of it and different aspects of it. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, for clarification, I'm planned to do Dent Trainer. You know, I like to absorb the information. I can only do one thing at a time. I mean, I only got a little bit into Real World PDR. I got to get back into that. I did all of Gene Fetty's Auto Appearance Institute, which is a great course, by the way. Highly recommend.
Well, between Gene, Jim, and Mike, like, all those guys do an excellent job at describing things in a great way, which also you do too, Stefan, which is interesting to me, because you said that you were in education before, and I wonder if that is part of why your content is as good as it is, and you do a great job of describing what you're doing as well,
thank you.
in your videos. So who knows?
A lot. Thank you.
Who knows? Smash Masters training, maybe a thing in the future as well. You never know.
Maybe.
Sorry, Jim, Mike, Gene. Objects in your rear view mirror. Maybe closer than they appear. But yeah. So it was what was it that got you to start posting on TikTok then?
Pooh. I just, I was proud of my skills and I wanted to share. And that's all. That's really what it was. I wanted to share with family and friends that I spent time learning skills and I'm doing some amazing stuff behind the scenes. Let's bring it to the front of the scenes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's really all it was. And then it took off on me. I didn't expect it. That wasn't the plan. It just happened.
Yeah. Well, I think, I mean, a lot of the guys that do, the PDR guys that do a lot of stuff. I mean, there's an ulterior motive. We're promoting our businesses. We're, promoting, Mike, Jim, and Gene are promoting their training. So there's all of that stuff. But you built it just because you wanted to, and then and now you're like, oh well, I got this, so maybe I can do something with this audience. I don't know what you're thinking, but I imagine that's what you're thinking. So
yeah, as it grew, it's shaping itself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta post this comment. Andy says he's just being stupid.
Yeah, Andy, that's not stupid, man. You are clever. You are willing to be the ham. You know how many people tell me, "Oh, I'd love to do social media, but I don't like how I look on camera, or I don't like the sound of my voice." We all think that about ourselves. You have to get over that. And seriously, dude, you're killing it with that, dude, and it comes across the camera.
Dude, that wood chipper video.
I suck at it. I just even suck at the literature of when I fix dents because I'm horrible at taking before pictures and remember to take after pictures. I just do it and then send it out, and it's like, wow, shit.
Yeah, I did the same thing today. I did my befores and I didn't do my afters, and I was like, crap.
I do.
Yeah, so I'm horrible at doing like any content or anything like that.
Speaking of Andy being stupid, you know how many times I went around random stuff and just went this week, just on that video.
Yeah, from the Bentley video. Yeah. So let's go reverse order for you, Nick, because we're talking social media now. But what got you to start posting your? Because you basically started TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, I basically started TikTok at first, and my kids had TikTok, and for the longest time I thought it was just it's good. We had I thought it was just kids posting videos of music and dancing, So I'm working in Memphis, and this guy's in the lunchroom and he's like scrolling. I'm like, hey, what you looking at? He's like, TikTok videos. I'm like, what? TikTok? And I'm thinking in my mind, that's really all that's on there. What could possibly be on there? I'm like, this weirdo's probably got some crazy stuff going on. But I get the app.
Yeah, baby.
You never know, right? So I don't know. I get the app and get to looking, seeing maybe I can do some of this. Let me see. Somebody might want to see pictures or videos of me doing collision work or whatever. So I got a few loaded up and kind of getting set up enough to do them, and kind of the same way with like what Stefan said, it just kind of shapes itself. And I don't put my face on there a lot. I just kind of put like I'm still learning it myself as I go, so trying to build the whole social side. So I just put it out there, shots together and see what I come up with, show my work. And
yeah. Well, yeah, it's cool stuff. And like it's same with you as Stefan. I mean, you guys both do really good work and really good videos around it. And I'm, like I said before, it's cool for me to see, because I've never done collision work, and it's cool for me to see the other side. So I always like those videos. I don't know.
Well, I heard one thing that a lot of people say, and that's, well, they just, just change the part, just cut it off and weld it. And I'm like, that's not entirely true. So let me get out here and see what we can put out here and see what we can make happen.
Or
Yeah.
they just stuff it with mud. They just stuff it
Yeah,
with
yeah.
mud and paint it.
Just
That's all
cave
they
that
do.
dude
Yeah.
up.
That's
Yeah.
easy.
Wow. I
Like,
mean,
I
you've
was-
seen some of the videos where it's real bad, where the guys are putting, just caking the mud on. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
We've
mean, to
had
their
people here that don't even pull it. There was a vehicle where a
right.
thick ass fucking phone book was glued and then mudded over to fill in the gap.
Ramen
The
noodles.
shit you see.
yeah.
Yeah,
Andy's-
Andy's been a real big supporter of my channel. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine too. He's been
But
an awesome guy.
I was talking to Bryce Kelly, when you incorporate PDR to a collision, every fail point that you can take away is a better repair. If you don't have to grind the metal to bare metal and use mud, it's a better repair. You risk no chance of shrinking, all that stuff. If you can get it to glaze, if you can get it to building primer, if you can get it to sanding it, out of the clear coat, the imperfections. Every time you're taking a step away, a fail point. You're not cutting off a panel. There's welds. You're not ever going to get the like adhesion, corrosion protection behind all the innards all the time. You're
Right.
always taking away a fail point, even if it's not 100% paint with dent repair. You're taking away fail points and a better repair.
that's a good way to look at it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a good transition. How long have you been doing body work, Nick? And when did you start that? And then how did you find the PDR side of it and start heading that direction?
I started doing collision work at 2002, and I was doing building totaled vehicles. So back then, to me, fixing PDR dents was not even a realm of possibility. If you're doing frame swaps and back then we used to do a bunch of short clips on cars, cut them in half and weld them back together, all that type of stuff. So that was not even a possibility.
I don't even think anybody clips a car nowadays anymore.
No, I mean, people were doing such a bad job at that they pretty much said, no, we can't be doing that anymore. But when I did all that stuff, I used to try to make it go back exactly the way that it, came apart. So I didn't ever try to skip steps and just, we had a phase in collision repair where everybody was just trying to glue panels on because, this new glue come out and you didn't have to weld it up and do all that stuff anymore. So people were, using that stuff to try and it was just a disaster. But, let's see. The first time I ever got a hold of some glue products, I think it was a cheap Amazon kit around 2015, 2016. And, there was a little screw on where you glue the tab and then screw it on. Like, man, this is terrible. This is
The old
not going to work.
Dent.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think around 2018, we had a F450 utility truck come in that had the boom and all that stuff on it. And Kiko was just coming out. They wasn't just coming out, but they were getting their products out pretty good by then. It was advertised. So I had seen it and I talked the guy I was working for into getting it. And I said, I can make this quarter panel to where our cab corner section to where we don't have to cut it off. We don't have to take all this stuff off and we can save it, but I want you to buy this kit. And I think it was like $1,300 at the time. And I had no clue how to use it, just to be out there. I had zero clue how to use it, but I was going to figure it out. And right around that time, there was a dent guy that come through it doing some hail work on a job that we had in the shop. And he'd popped in. So I got to ask him some questions about this setup. And he gave me an A1 Tools slide hammer, gave me kind of, the rundown of it. And that's how I went from regular traditional collision repair into doing glue pulls and stuff like that. I got all that from there then on.
Yeah.
And
But you never had Gene or Danny
No,
Hack or
no.
anybody from Kiko never got to come into your shop?
no training. It was
Wow.
all.
Who's the
it
dent guy that gave you the slide hammer? Shout out to him. That's awesome.
You know, I was trying to think of his name, and I just cannot remember it. Here around here, PDR guys are like mythical creatures. You know, they just show up and they're gone.
Superheroes.
In and out. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're in hail chaser country.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, he was in. I asked him a couple questions. You know, he was cool about it. He gave me the rundown. You know, he's like, "Hey, here's this slide hammer too. You know, try it out." And I still use it today. So
That's awesome, dude. That's so awesome.
My main slide hammer was the A1 slide hammer for the longest time. I still use it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
So-
sir. Yes, sir. I got a couple of them. I have problems. Don't ask me about buying tools. I'll just say, yeah, buy it.
I just bought a new slide hammer today, actually. I ordered the Dent Slayer AR9. I was pushed into doing, not pushed. I had it on my list, and I've been waiting to order. And I've got 3 other cold glue slide hammers, so it's kind of like I really don't need it, but I want it, you know.
It's badass for doing the light shit, like blend panels, like those light dents, quarter panels, stuff like that.
write-off.
It is.
It is a write-off.
Andy stole my move.
There it is. It's a
write-off.
But I mean, what I'll also say is, today, you buy anything Dent Slayer, he's putting all his proceeds to Ted Cunningham, the Black Magic tips today only. So I mean, that's Ted needs our help. And,
Absolutely.
and
I just saw that.
That's it.
I just noticed that. I was actually listening to Ginger Bros while I was setting this up, and I didn't know about that. So
What happened? I not heard.
I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I'll call John at A1 and I'll match that. So
that's great of you.
yeah.
So,
That was a great idea by Boyette. I got to give him a shout out. Yeah,
absolutely.
and to give him a shout out too. But yeah, and I've actually talked to Ted a couple of times, and he is making progress. But
Good.
It's gonna be a long road for him.
What happened? I have not even heard. What happened?
He got in a car accident.
Oh shit!
Real bad.
Mm-hmm.
And
brain surgery.
Oh
yeah.
So,
So he actually called me, FaceTime me from his hotel room, or his hospital room. I should. And his head was enormous, and it was a scary deal. And his brother came over and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You need to be resting. Don't. What are you doing?"
he's calling
And so that was pretty funny. But yeah, I actually met Ted at Anson Open House, and somebody asked about that earlier. But yeah, I met Teddy at Anson Open House, and he's a great dude. He's super passionate, and his tips are fucking good.
Yeah, I love him. I love him.
I really have been in love with his R4 tips lately. They do a great job. So check out Black Magic PDR Tools and get some tips. And
Love
and prayers to Teddy and
Slayer and support.
Yeah.
You know,
Grab a
so
Dent
your
Slayer.
support. If you're looking to buy Dent Reaper tools, now's the time to do it.
Today.
Yeah.
Well, I mean now.
Boyette?
The Dent Slayer tools today. Today, buy them today.
Yeah. I bought the Slegos and the rat rod. So.
Dude, those rat rods. I mean, they're both. The Slegos are amazing too, but those rat rods they come in so freaking handy, and especially you guys are gonna have all the trim panels off in a lot of cases when you're doing your stuff. And some of those little holes, you can sneak those things in, and the kick is right and the push is good and clean with that rounded edge. It's a great tool.
They're on my list. I'll answer Gregory. I mean, both Nick and I will be at the Anson open house May 4th. That should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. We might even go live,
for
our podcast, and we'll see.
Yeah, I would talk to Christina and Vinny or someone will help you set up over there.
Yeah.
I've done a couple shows live from Anson, so I'm sure they would be more than happy to let you do that. And Andy asked this earlier. He said, "Shrinking and glaze. What kind of show is this?" So that's a great transition into why you guys are on here, because we wanted to pump the new show. You guys have you guys are gonna start a new podcast. Tell us all
Smash
about
Masters. Yeah,
Smash Masters.
Smash
Let's go,
Masters.
dude. That's fucking awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting a new thing, being these hybrid techs, working in the body shop, doing full PDR work, using PDR techniques in our body work. It's a whole new thing. So would love to talk about it. And yeah, I mean, both Nick and I are not opposed to doing the big smash jobs, the train wrecks. So we've got that experience, and down to the experience of taking out little door dings with tools, and
I'm excited for it because I can relate to it so much. I'm excited to see a podcast like that incorporates both the collision and PDR side of it. I think it's going to be badass.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. There's a lot of collision guys out there that might want to learn, like Clif, like you did, swapping trades or incorporating it or however you want to do it,
Yep.
And that's what we're going to be all about. We're going to be.
You don't have to be one or the other. I mean, you can incorporate it and still be a collision tech if that's your love.
Yeah, absolutely.
But incorporate it makes your job better. It makes everything cleaner. You got a better repair for your customers. At the end of the day, that's all what you care about is your customers. The better repair for the customers.
Yep.
I mean, it starts as simple as adding a light to your front office, to your estimating bay, so that you get the full scope of damage instead of just looking at a dent straight on, and taking a picture like that. And down to using full-on PDR in the shop. I mean, some guys, I have a coworker who has no interest in PDR, but has recently caught the bug of glue pulling. And he is 100% on the board with glue pulling, but he doesn't want to learn paintless dent repair. And that's fine. That's his route. He wants to do body work.
Yeah, there's going to be levels for everyone.
Oh, absolutely. And we're taking what he knows and we're making him just a more quality body tech.
So back to Anson Open House real quick. This Facebook user is Vince D'Alessandro, and he is a podcast OG. I don't know if you guys know that. Have you ever seen or listened to an episode of PDR Tool Time?
Cowboy Benny.
Yeah, it's Cowboy Benny.
Yeah,
but
he's my podcast guy.
Yeah. So if you got podcast questions, Vinny will help you out. And he'll be at the Anson Open House. It is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you guys are all going to have fun with that. But sorry, I just had to give a shout out to Vinny. Anytime I can, I do. So, but yeah.
I was always told back when I got into it. Not to cut you off, John. Are you still doing the Anson deal?
No, that's all fine and good. I just wanted to shout out Vinny, and yeah, Andy agrees. PDR Tool Time was awesome. They were trailblazers.
Yeah, Vinny had some good podcasts. He's got a good story out there. So
who was the first, PDR College or PDR Tool Time?
PDR College was first, I do believe.
Okay.
But Tool Time was
right there. It was right there.
Very yeah. They were maybe within a month of each other. I would have to go back and but yeah, they were very close together, and they were both I mean, changed my life, changed my fucking life 100%. And that's the reason I do a podcast today, because I feel like if somebody can gain a nugget of knowledge, and, you know, and podcasting just lends itself so well to what we do, because it's you versus the metal all day. And really, you don't want people bothering you. So I always had my headphones in, and it's like, it's meta. Like, you're learning about what you're doing while you're doing what you're doing. And, you know, and it's motivating you, it's entertaining you, and it's everything all in one.
Oh yeah.
And,
Anytime you're working on Dents, you put your headphones on. Like, worked with John. There wasn't a time that we worked together where we didn't have our headphones on. It's not like you sit and visit all day. You're zoned into
we'll
what
talk
you're
after
doing.
work. There's work to be do. You gotta concentrate, but there's still the ability to listen and take in information. And I mean, shit, there'll be times where I'm fixing a dent and they're talking about the exact kind of dent I'm fixing, and it's like, oh, we can do that, and it's awesome. So, and I'm telling you guys, like, you will hear from people. You will help a lot of people with your new podcast, and I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for everybody that's gonna tune in. So,
and here's a shout out to, like, there's no money in podcasts. There's a lot of time. Everybody donates the time. You guys are getting into it now. To everybody that starts and does a podcast, from Shuddy to the Ginger Bros to Real World, Dents and Dreams, Dent Nerds, the Smash Masters now. Thank you guys so much for donating your time to educate and do that. I mean, shout out to everybody. I mean, that means a lot. That helps the industry. That helps everybody.
Same here. It's so helpful. So helpful.
Yeah, it is. It is. I do the same thing that John was talking about. You know, just put your headphones on, and you know, I don't listen to music. I'm listening to somebody. So whether it's PDR College, or I've been going over a lot of your episodes, your old ones. You know, episode 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been hitting a few of those. You know.
Yeah, you reached out to me, sent me a message. You were like on episode 2, and you just sent me a message on Messenger last week, I think. Or
you know,
this week. Yep.
Yeah, because, you know, I didn't realize that, you know, you had done the Stanliner deal. And that's a cool story, that if you didn't have podcasting, you know, and somebody didn't have you come on and say that wouldn't be out there. But that was a really good story, you know. And,
I appreciate it. I said, you know, I appreciate that, you know.
Yeah,
you seeing all that stuff and reaching out to me.
You guys just watch videos. Clif flew halfway across the world to learn PDR.
Yeah, I know, right?
Stefan went an hour away to David White's. Clif had to go halfway across the world. But yeah, I mean, whatever path you take, I really think it's, you know, it's in your heart, in your own personal drive, that's going to take you to whatever level you take it to. So
100%. It's about determination. Nobody's gonna have you learn something. You have to do it. You have to put in the work, put in the time.
Yep. And Andy makes a great point too.
An amazing trainer. Mike's an amazing trainer. Jim Mitchell's an amazing trainer. Don Cavanaugh, you name all of them that train. But when you leave them, if you don't have the dedication and you fail, it's not on the trainer. It's on you. You're not leaving training.
Right.
You're getting the knowledge. The repetition has to come in. Like Stefan said, repetition. He took a hood home. You have to have that repetition.
Oh yeah. Time on metal.
Every day's application day.
Yeah. And what Andy's saying is, I mean, as you do a pod, like, I learned so much just from my guests and talking about PDR. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
it's
I really
yeah.
look forward to that.
yeah,
I do.
it's a double win, really, because
Oh, yeah. It's on,
you're gonna learn as you go. So it's yeah, it's a double win. Like,
I mean, for sure, we're helping people out with a podcast. I think our motivations are more inward
yeah,
facing. But no, I'm happy that people will benefit from it. But I mean, to be able to sit here and
can't get that.
interview, these legendary people. I mean, I'm sitting here with John Vidine, like the Dent Reaper,
The Yellow Pages guy.
Yeah.
he did listen.
I did. I
this
did.
Is, this is my podcast research guy. Nick is not nonstop with that stuff, and he's always bringing up stuff like that to me. What I heard on PDR College today. It's like it's
Yeah,
perfect.
I love it. I mean, you can't go on an episode and not take nothing away from it, whether it's talking about business side of it or the hail trail side of it, or each individual guy's got their own story, that, like you brought up Don Cavanaugh, him making his own tools way back when. I ain't even talking about way back when, but just shaping them up, and how you come up with Dent Reaper and how we have those tools. I mean, it's just all really great information that you take podcasting away, and we don't have any of that unless
Unless you meet them in person.
Without PDR College and PDR Tool Time, I mean, there might never be Dent Reaper, and definitely not Dents and Dreams. So we all build off of each other, I think, and it's only going to continue to evolve, and it's a beautiful thing. So I mean, when I hear you guys are coming out with a podcast, the only thing I want to do is like help you get it out there more. Like, just
we appreciate
keep pushing this ball forward, and the more people that know about it, the more people that if people want to learn, then they can.
I'm excited.
Those are the kind of people that
I can't wait to see it.
We want in our industry. The kind of people that are going to take the time to listen to those are the people we want in the industry that are going to do their best work and continue to give back and help grow. And I mean, yeah.
I'd like to point out that's actually been eye-opening, getting to know all of you in the PDR industry. I mean, you guys are too nice, too helpful. We're not used to that, because in auto body, there's none of that. None. I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Going to PDR, and I've got this person trying to help, this person trying to help, this person sending me this. This
This
blew my mind.
PDR is definitely the tech age. With the tools, the innovation of tools, the help. Back when I wanted to get into it 17 years, the first time I'd seen PDR was in like 2001, and I wanted to do it so bad, but it was so like secretive.
Yeah.
I would walk over when I was in a body shop, and I walked over and would watch a guy doing hail. Like, they weren't mean, they weren't rude, but they would shut the light off, stop, have a cigarette. They would quit working. They did not want me seeing nothing.
That's how I was trained. That was exactly how I was trained. Turn your light off, put your tool down, and walk away.
Yep. No, I wasn't allowed to learn from any of the guys who came to our shop back in the day. So,
shout out to Don Cavanaugh. I actually clipped the episode with Don today to promote today's episode, but Don Cavanaugh is the shaman that tapped me on the forehead and allowed me to see the light that, like, there's Dent guys out here that are cool, that want to help each other and grow together. And that was a life-changing moment as well. So thanks, Don.
Body guys are nice.
Don's the reason I got into training.
Who said
At the
that? Who
first
said I thought?
seminar.
Oh, Daniel Krause. Yeah, he's another dude that's killing it with content out there.
Well,
He's making
Daniel
his own
Krause is
tools.
very nice.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I got to meet him at MTE too. He's making some of his own tools and doing some of that stuff. He's
He's an impressive
throwback
guy.
to the old school. Yeah, he's a cool dude. So,
He's an impressive guy.
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what the Smash Masters is going to be about. You know, we're going to take that that collision guy that maybe listens, you know, to whatever. We're going to hopefully gather them over here to learn these different techniques and have people along the way, you know, and show them, hey, you don't necessarily have to be a dent guy. You don't have to push dents, but all these different tools and stuff, you know, we need to add them to your cart so you can make life easier for yourself, even if it's just a little bit, you know. So
Easier and healthier.
yeah. Grinding
Less sanding.
and sanding and, you know, all that is really tough on you, especially, you know, the older you get, the more it'll bother you. So, you know, if you can take grinding that giant spot down, you know, to putting all these cool glue tabs we have out now, just putting that on there, shrinking that way down, you know, you've got a better repair and it's easier on your body essentially. So
And some shops that don't want that, you know, don't want to have that. And hey, you guys got to quiet it down. The guys that don't necessarily want to go into PDR or don't have that, maybe there's PDR guys that work for body shops and that's what they do a lot of. And, you know, they'll incorporate it. They'll see it like, hey, we can go into a body shop. We can give you more and service you in a better way if they don't want to do it. They're going to learn a lot from you guys.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And you know, I remember when Kiko first started coming out with you know, their super tabs and some of the more you know,
the big shit.
The Smash Master type tools.
Yeah.
You know, there was a little bit of a kerfuffle. Like some dent guys were not super happy about that. They're like, oh, what, we're gonna train body guys to become PDR guys. And, you know, the reality of it is, I think that, you know, like, it's going to be that only the top tier guys are going to take it that far. You know, the guys that are going to be good guys that we want in this industry. And if anybody out there is a dent guy that can do quality repairs, you're gonna be busy. Like you should be. If you can do a quality repair, all you need to do is show people that you can do a quality repair, and you're gonna have plenty of work. There's not it's not a threat to me. I don't feel like I got what, I'm 45. I got supposedly 20 years left until retirement.
Really, John?
I don't see in 20 years. I don't see in 20 years that many guys coming in to where, you know, it's gonna cut down my workload or my paycheck in any way, shape, or form. You know,
no, there's enough vehicles around out there. We can't fix them all, and you know, any little thing that you can do, the more people that are on board with it, the better.
Yeah, you know, like Stefan said, his coworker, you know, has no interest in pushing dents fully, but you know, changing the way he gets out the bulk of the smash or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people would be interested in how to do that. I mean, like Danny traveling all over the world doing the, you know, the glue pulling training and stuff, you know, there, you know, he's not training everybody to be a dent guy. He's just training somebody to have a different method of pulling the dents, regardless of how you want to try to finish them. Like you said, some guys might stride to be at the top and say, you know what, I want to go ahead and try to finish this thing full out. But it's not going to be every job every time, especially when paint is missing, scratched. It's just not going to. There's no reason to think that the PDR world would be saturated with a bunch of PDR guys, but I do feel like there is a lot of techniques that we can incorporate into collision work. So,
yeah, absolutely.
The big stopper is going to be all these guys doing body work. They learned how to do their job, and they learned how to do it fast and efficient, and they're all on flat rate, so they're making money. Now you're telling them, whoa, slow down, learn a new method, and take a whole year of making less money to learn a new quality method. Most of them are going to be like,
yeah.
I don't want to do it that way. We don't have time to do all that. There's going to be a lot of that too. So
So you're not going to get every body guy going, I'm going to be a PDR tech, because most of them just want to
even with the PDR industry, you got hail guys that strictly do hail. They don't even want to touch a door ding. They're not door dingers. They don't do door ding. Right. You got guys like Bryce Kelly, Sal Contreras that do big damage. That's all they do.
Right.
Speaking of big damage, we got John Scotto in the house.
Bryce Kelly Unpublished.
BK Unpublished.
The man.
Yeah. Follow RPM Dent Repair and tell him to publish some more dents. He does amazing work. So love you, Scotto. But yeah,
he's so good with like insurance companies, do the big damage and stuff like. He is so knowledgeable in so many aspects.
We gotta have an episode dedicated to that. Hit me up, Scotto. We got to figure that out.
I'm really not interested in hail myself, so.
And there's a lot of guys that aren't. I do a little bit of everything, and that's what I always wanted to be. And I call what I do like a hybrid tech on the PDR side of it. Just like you said, hybrid, I've always said, like, even when I do training, it's hybrid training. I don't train for one specific aspect. Try to get it to where it's at.
That's Daniel Krause. Cave and pave, baby.
Cave and pave.
You know how many times a day I get that commented on my videos? It's constant.
Yeah. But I mean, and it's just, I don't know. I think and I hope. I mean, people are gonna see it is better for the vehicle. It's a better repair. To pull the majority of that out with glue pull. I mean, even if you can't PDR it to 100%, it's just better for the car all around. So
well, and how many parts are out there that you order it in a body shop and it's 4 weeks back ordered, it's 5 weeks back ordered. It's getting to be more and more of that. There's a lot of quarter panels, like, especially like the cutoff panel, like quarter panels. You got your whole. It's a unit size. It's not even a quarter panel anymore. Well, if the quarter panel's damaged, the insurance company cuts you. They want you to section it. They're not going to pay you full time half the time, but it comes as a unit side. And, a lot of times they're on back order.
Yep.
So if you can fix it and not have to pull the back window, do all that bullshit, and make a better repair, hell yeah.
And all those things you just mentioned, so now you're saving them rental car days, you're saving them the R&Is, you're saving them blends, all that adds up. And now you can write major hour repairs on a panel that, maybe it only paid 20 hours to put on and another 20 worth because it costs 20 hours to buy the part. Now you're getting 60 hours on a panel because, hey, I mean, it's either that or you got to wait 2 weeks for the new part to come in. So
and when you're on commission, I would rather fix a panel because I'm going to get more hours to fix it. It's going to be easier for me. Even when I was doing it, grinding it, I could fix a panel faster than I could cut one off by the time you cut the glass out, do all that shit.
and you'll be done and on to the next one.
Yep.
Making more money.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It's better for everyone until the insurance company catches on and they say, well, you're not really putting that much time in. So you save them money, and then they figure out you're saving them money, but then you're making too much. Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
Then they can take it to their DRP shop, and they can grind it down.
Close circuit to Flo and Jake. That's what I got for them. And that fucking gecko, too. They can all...
I can't wait to get into all this stuff on our podcast. I really can't. I mean, there's so much to talk about. There really is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So much. I mean, you guys just opened up, just within the last 30 seconds, I have 3 shows of stuff to talk about. So
yeah, that's a never-ending topic. You know, getting those a lot of comments. You know, I wouldn't fix that. I want a new panel, but people don't really realize what goes into putting a new quarter panel on, or even a new bedside. I mean, bedsides are pretty easy to put on. They're not that bad.
But it's still welding, and you can't get corrosion protection behind all of it.
I mean, you got to do your best, and even cars from the factory, from where you guys are, they're rusting like they are. So you're never going to win.
Have you cut off with minimal miles on it, and the bottom lip is already rusting, and the car is damn near brand new, and you're putting a door skin on it, and you see rust on the bottom ledge?
Yep, a ton of them.
Yep. Andy's, this is every Hale guy's favorite question.
How easy is it to replace a roof? Well, you can glue one on real fast.
Oh, jeez. No.
Lawsuit city.
Disclaimer.
You have to weld it, too, now. You can't just stop it gluing.
I love roof jobs, Andy. That's one of my favorite things. I don't love 3 in a row, but I love roof jobs. It's that's a fun job. How long does it take? A few days. Let's call it that. A few days worth of work.
Hey, I'm going to concur with you. I know the other side too, but I'm going to agree with Stefan on this one. I'm
you hear that, Jake? Sides. It takes way longer than you think.
I'm playing both sides. Because I can't.
Just ask Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I mean... I'm sure they cut his check in half because his commercial only took so long to shoot.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt.
Wow, that was weird. We lost. Cliff just shifting cliffs. We're shifting Cliff. Snap.
That's a great question, though.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm over there.
Now you're over here.
Now I'm over there.
I'd say easy wise. He didn't ask how long. He asked how easy it was.
Depends on the roof.
I'd say they're pretty easy. I mean, there's no cut and section. I mean, it's just glue and weld. But
you got your laser welded roofs now on like your chargers and shit.
I just did an Escalade. I just did an Escalade where it was a laser welded roof. So on those, at least on the Escalade I did, it's glued now. The replacement is glued down the sides. And it's welded in the front and in the back.
I always welded front and back.
It's not a. It wasn't hard. I mean, they tell you. I mean, you have to let it sit overnight to let the glue set up, or a whole day or whatever, and use weights. They said the procedures say use bean bags as weights to hold the skin down to make the glue contact while it cures. And so I don't have bean bags. I have a rack full of coolant. So I stacked a bunch of coolant bottles on the roof. I'm like, that's what I had. And it worked.
Mm-hmm. Did you document that? Scotto's saying he's working on his largest dollar claim in his 30-year career. It was the easiest claim to deal with. Documentation.
Yeah, that's all they really want, Just if you can make a legitimate reason for it, then they don't push back, Not too much.
Well,
and Scott is king of that.
Andy's saying his body shops hate to replace roofs. Is it the office or the tech? because the office
Yeah.
probably doesn't like it because there's not a lot of profit margin.
No.
I personally, the tech, for me, I don't mind taking apart interiors. I'll go the whole car down to the carpet's out. I'll leave the dash in, but that's it. And I like it. Don't give me 3 in a row, but I like a nice big job like that. So
Yeah. All right, guys, we're over an hour. I don't know how the hell that happened so fast,
Wow.
but
all right.
I did promise the wife that I would be done at a reasonable time tonight. So, it's Friday night. She wants to hang out. So,
Oh yeah, painters definitely
know.
don't like it, Andy.
Yeah.
No,
But
no.
I think the last whatever this has been 15 20 minutes is a good little preview of maybe some of the stuff we're gonna hear and learn about on Smash Masters.
Yeah.
I put the link in the description.
What
For
time
the
are you guys
YouTube
going to go
channel.
on Monday?
8 p.m. 8
Yeah,
p.m.
perfect.
Eastern. Yeah, Eastern.
8 Eastern,
So
8 7
7?
Central.
Yep.
Same as tonight.
8
Okay.
Eastern, 7 Central.
I
Tune
will
in.
be tuning in.
Must see.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on there.
No, honestly, I really appreciate you guys having us on. I mean, we're trying to promote it. We've even got a giveaway going on our Facebook page, Smash Masters videos. You can get like a whole slew of our merchandise. Some
We got
lucky
merch?
winner.
Yeah, we got.
I want
we
some-
got
do you have a I need a Smash Masters hat on the hat wall.
You'll
yeah,
get
we've
one.
got hats, shirts, stickers,
Oh, yeah.
and
I'm
tumblers.
buying that.
So,
that
yep.
immediately. I'm not gonna do it online and give my credit card away again, but I'm gonna buy that immediately.
Nothing's for sale yet.
Hey,
We
John,
will have
put
a
it out
merch
there
store
and then,
eventually.
I can get mine too.
I think we're just gonna send you guys some. So we'll take care of it one way or another.
Very good, very good. And where will the show be? Have you got a website or a Facebook page I can?
Facebook at Smash Masters Videos, Instagram same name, and YouTube same name, Smash Masters Videos.
Perfect.
Yep. So be
Bada
sure
bing.
and
And that'll be Monday nights, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. That'll be live, yeah? So people can comment
Yeah,
and question.
Live. Yep. Not every
same with-
Monday, but we're gonna do Mondays, and we're gonna try and stick to Mondays at that time. Maybe every other. We're gonna work with our schedules. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I made promises when I started Dents and Dreams, and you find out real quick, it is hard to keep that. Like I think Ginger Bros and Dent Digest do the best job of being really consistent.
They are.
It is-
And I was
it is
going
so
to
hard.
shout out to them guys. To be consistent as they are Wednesdays and Thursdays, and it's always.
Yep.
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 You can count on them. You can count
Yep.
on them being on.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Juddy and the Ginger Bros, they do awesome with that. And just a shout out to anybody that does that shit. You're taking
Yeah.
time away from your family. You're taking time away from everything
Yeah.
to give content, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait. We're excited.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't wait either. I know there's going to be a ton of people that are going to be excited, and I hope you kill it and reach as many as possible because, like I say, you guys do great content everywhere else. I expect nothing less than awesome from the podcast, and I think it'll be good for everybody. So
Thank you.
Tune in, guys.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Is there anything we missed before we sign off here? Any parting wisdom we need to bestow?
What do you think, Nick?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. Just make sure and go by on Facebook and YouTube and follow the page, man. Turn them notifications on so we can get you guys in here. And if you got stuff that you really want to have a question about or want to talk about, talking points, let us know.
Yeah, we'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
It would help.
Because
Make
Yeah.
plans,
Yeah, because this is really what we're doing it for, to help better the communities, especially now with all the tools and all the stuff that's coming out. So we want to help anybody we can with this.
Yep.
Absolutely. Love it. Love
Well,
it.
the Amazon Popsa Dent fucking just probably sold 100 fucking sales in the time we did this.
Yeah, they got plungers and at Walmart, and we can get some dry ice, on the site. It'll be good.
Boiling water.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the boiling water.
I got one of those comments on my videos today.
I'm not gonna say the other one that you see every once in a while pulling out a big dent. Anyway,
yeah, I thought about it. I wasn't gonna say it.
We all know.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah. So follow them on YouTube or subscribe on YouTube. Follow the Facebook page. Get on it, guys. Smash
Go
Masters
online,
is
buy
gonna
the merchandise.
Appreciate
It's
it.
gonna be awesome. So yeah, check that stuff out, and then go meet them in person. Go to Anson May 4th.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, we'll be down
Anson
there.
Open House is a blast. I am so sad I'm not going to be
That's
able
one
to
of
make
the best events that I have ever went to. Is the Anson crew setting it up down there? You're literally
Ooh, wow.
it's like a home.
Yeah.
Craig and all them, Christina.
It's a family
Vinny.
reunion without your weird uncle.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
Sign
your
me up.
judgy aunt.
All right.
So yeah, check it out. Those guys are going to be there. You can meet them in person. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Check it all out. Smash Masters.
Yep.
I don't
you
know.
got it.
What is that? Is the best thing since sliced bread. So
Since
so
Betty
you got,
White, man. The best thing since Betty
Game
White.
changer.
Oh, it's going to be a game changer.
More of
Check it
that.
out.
There
All
we
right.
go.
Well, follow them. Head to Anson. Until then, live your dreams.
Just wanted to thank you for listening to another episode of Dents and Dreams. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, or complaints, I can be reached at Dent Reaper across social media. And be sure to subscribe to the Dents and Dreams Facebook group and or YouTube channel, because that's where it'll happen if and when we go live. Thanks again.